Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera, co-founder of MDC Trading Academy, with our pre-market forecast for today, Friday, October 25th. We're also going to look at the week in review. No news items today, so let's quickly jump to our forecast with our daily chart. More of the same. Market after the bounce of the 200, consolidating between support and resistance. Mixed markets. The overall trend continues to be up, although right now we're consolidating. So that's why trades on either side of the market are attractive trades as long as you wait for certain breakouts of certain areas. All right, so that's the key. Volume has picked up a little bit, but it's still way below our average of 1.1 million. I know I sound like a broken record and almost repeating the same things almost every day, but that's called consistency. We find ourselves in a very similar environment. Therefore, what we talk about is going to be very similar. The idea here is to remain consistent. See that's the key. Not to try to force the market, not try to get cute. Just do what the market says. The market says this is where I am, this is what I'm doing. If you're going to participate in the market, you have to do it according to these parameters. So what we're trying to do is establish these solid parameters that you can depend on, so you can make some really good decisions in your trading today and in the whole week. Let's look to our higher time frame once again. More confirmation of the market trying to continue to move higher. Broke this solid resistance area here, used it as support. We have a trend line here to the upside. It's kind of like I kind of painted a channel so you can see this is pretty much where we are. That's why it's kind of mixed. That's why I'm telling you, when we hit the bottom and we bounce anything to the top is a good trade. When we hit this top, anything to the bottom is a good trade. Anything in between there, as long as you're doing it from key volume areas, that's the ultimate key. Let's look here at one of our projection charts here, our analysis chart here, and you can see the market is clearly compressing. Whoops, I have this chart over here. Market is clearly compressing between two very key areas, and that's why you see these two key areas here, these two compression points here, and that's why you see this movement just oscillating between here. It tends to oscillate between these two areas here. Right now it's falling a little short. It's coming to do a retest here, but the expectation is the market can potentially come and retest this area here. If not, the market can retest this area here. The idea is we have to wait for a clear breakout, and if it breaks here, obviously the market is going to come and retest here. But we have to wait in order to go long, we have to look for key breakouts, and that's what I'm referring to. We're going to go short. I believe the same thing. This is one of those days we need to be a little bit more conservative rather than aggressive. We seem to have substantially less volume this morning at this juncture that we did yesterday, so we'll see how that plays out before the bell rings. But we have to be very consistent in realizing where the market is. We'll take a look at our trade chart here, and it's a clear compression. You can see it. We have very, very strong areas we established yesterday. We have this resistance area here from earlier yesterday. We have this support here level from yesterday, and a clear compression. You see, I have a clear compression between these two areas. Markets tend to, as they tighten these areas here. The activity seems to increase as people are positioning themselves either for the breakout to the upside or to the breakout to the downside. So what we're waiting for that type of confirmation that gives us certainty that which direction the market is going to go. All right, the week has been a pretty bit challenging in essence because we've been in this mixed market with strong pulls to the upside. But you always have to keep two types of perspective. You have to keep a general overall perspective and an immediate perspective. That way, you're trying to do is recognize divergence and trade confluence. All right, have a great trading day, and we'll see you next week.